Okay, so I started the stream. Hello there, gadgeteers. Welcome to another video of Minnacle's Gadgets. I know it's been a really long time since we met, and I'm kind of nervous doing this YouTube thing again. But you know what? We have very, very good news that I think I can just wait. Can I just hold on? Where did my God damn it? You know what? Yeah, hold on. So. Where's my OBS? So I'm just gonna do this. I'm sorry, I'm new to this setup thingy because I have two monitors. I can press my stream deck on the side and switch screens. For example, I can switch to the second screen and show you what my second screen looks like. Yeah, so Seiya just announced that we have a new update. So today's update is it's not really out yet. It's still in beta, but we have folders now. To be honest, I wasn't really actually looking forward to have folders. I know it's been the most requested feature on the community, everyone just saying they want folders, a lot of that. For me, yeah, eventually they'll be added, but the thing about folders is that in coding it's kind of hard. I don't know about you, I don't code that much, but I can absolutely see that for beginners they could be sometimes complicated. I am not a coder by any means. I have around 200 hours on retro gadgets, but I'm still I still can't code. I'm probably more vibe coding, stuff like that, which is not good. So alright, so how about this? I will show you the screen of retro gadgets so we could work. So this was just announced I think it was 2 hours ago, I don't know, an hour ago, and I was actually able to get the beta thingy, just like it says here. Oh, that's the webcam. Hold on, it's the second screen. Just like it says here. Where is it? So, have fun with these new features in. Can you see that? I don't think you can see that, but I'm sorry. Have fun with these new features in the private testing branch, and yeah, I got access into it. I think it's pretty easy to access it. I think you have to I don't know how to do it, but yeah, I just went to the settings inside retro gadgets, and apparently I had sign up for the private testing, so it was smooth sailing. From there we can just update. So yeah, that's that. So if we go look on retro gadgets over here, you can absolutely see that it kind of looks like there's more icons. I think they added 2 more icons. I think this base thingy is new. Can you highlight this? No, you can't. I think I have to hold on, I'm gonna, never mind, forget what I'm trying to say. So this base thingy, I'm thinking you can copy, Control C. What is this paste button do? I thought that you can click on files and then Control C it, and then you could you could be able to see the paste button be highlighted, or is it not just like coded right now? It's not implemented yet. Maybe it's not implemented yet. It's just a reserved button. But anyways, we have a new icon here. I think this is new, right? I'm not tripping. So let's try it. So let's press this button. It says that you can choose the name of the asset. I'm gonna like, you know what, sounds. You know, when you create folders, it needs to be plural. You need to put S at the end, you know? So if you're trying to like store a bunch of image, the folder should be named images. In this case, it's sounds. Wow. I can't believe that this wasn't here before, but it looks. Huh. Um. Yeah. I was actually hoping for much more excitement, but like we've seen folders in a lot of applications. It's not a new thing, and seeing it in retro gadgets, like, yeah, it was meant to be this way, kind of feeling, I think. So can you just like drag and drop? Like for example, is it? Can you even like guys hear this? I think you can hear that. Sorry for like ripping your ears with that snare sound. It is actually that loud. So can you just like drag and drop? So let's just try. So kick, you go inside. Oh, never mind. You cannot drag and drop files. So what do you do instead? I think this is just changing the name. Let's copy. Choose a name for a new asset. I think that's just duplicate. Because it is actually duplicate. It says here duplicate. Okay, what's this? This looks like the upload button or export. Let's try it. Oh, nothing happens. Cool. So we have a cut button. Whoa. As you can see, this just light up. This is now available to us. That's cool. What if I just wanna like redo the cut? Can I like Control Z? You cannot. I know that this is delete button. I think that will delete the files. So we have a scissor mark. I don't know what this does. But sure. Okay. So go to sounds and we have an open button here. Oh, you can double click. So double click to actually go to a folder and exit it. If you want to exit, just double click the arrow thingy like this. And then I think you can just go double click here and then paste. And that should absolutely like cut it from the root folder, the root project folder. I don't know what to call it. Maybe it's just the root. So the highest level on the folder is basically this. Basically your gadget. This is the root. I'm trying to explain it to people who doesn't know how folder structure work, but I don't think it's working well. Okay. So we put sounds inside and we have kick. Oh, that's a nice kick. Since we moved the kick, will it work? It won't. It threw us an error. So if you move like files, you kind of get like an error. And in this exact case, where is the error? Maybe we could go to cpu0.lua and try to. It's weird that it basically marked this as the error. Button LED color. Sequence buttons. Oh god. Debugging is gonna be a hell. Debugging is gonna be hell for this. Okay, so the thing about retro gadgets is like what I can observe right now is that when you move files, it won't update the paths. It won't update the paths inside the code, and that's bad. So you have to like debug a little bit, or depending on your project, maybe like, yeah, moving all your files from the root folder and to these organized things will take you a while. If you're dealing with old projects, like old gadgets, and if you want to like keep everything organized by using folders, you're gonna have a tough time, because not only you have to like create the folders, name the folders respectively, move the files, you do absolutely have to like change the name of every single path inside your code. In VS Code, we have this like feature, because like it's intelligent, right? If you move like a file somewhere, VS Code is like, would you like to change the path inside the code as well? So like you don't have to do that. Like it doesn't work 100% of the time, but like, yeah, in this case it's a little bit more manual. But at least like if you create like new projects, gadgets, it'd be easier to use folders. Yeah, so like sounds. Do we have more like options? Let's rename caught. So you can have folders inside folders. Okay, infinity. So you have delete. Whoa, I actually thought the folders can go like one level deep. That's it. I wasn't actually expecting for developers to make it able to like have folders inside folders. Maybe I can just like, I can one. I'll call this one. Inside this one, I can make two. And then inside this two, I can make three. Oh god. And then inside this three, you can basically make four. You know where I'm going with this? So it seems like there's no limit on how deep your folders can be. Okay. I actually want this to go back in the root. So cut. Maybe let's try this thing. This doesn't really do anything. What is this? Upload button? I thought it was like this. I thought this was like the copy button. But no. Let's cut it and then go back and then put it here. And then inside the sounds, let's check that there's no kick. Yeah, the kick got moved, so I can just delete the sounds folder. Alright, so this should work right now. Whoa! I actually forgot that. Wait, is this actually working? Whoa! What have I been cooking up to? I'm generally impressed by my coding skills, because like being able to make this is kind of like complicated. Yeah. I don't remember a single thing about this, like how I coded this, so I'm probably not gonna work in this. So yeah, it's sad, but it was fun. I don't know why, but I can't seem to like finish projects or gadgets in this case. Whoa, what's that? That's new. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, what was that? Wait, what did I do? Did I? It it was some kind of error, but okay, so if you try to like pull input, we have this cool visual effect where it says where it warns you that you can't open this gadget. You can't open this drawer when the gadget is on. Okay, cool. Whoa. What was that? Whoa, the devs have been cooking. That's cool. I haven't yet dig deep on this folder thing. So let's actually try to dig deeper. Yeah, this is gonna be a long stream. I've been streaming for 15 minutes. I thought it was for around 30. So again, let's try to make a gadget. So I'm just gonna make something that's pretty simple. I think I still got it. I haven't been coding for like since last year. Whoa, I think that sponge is new. Whoa, this entire case is new. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. So, if you're wondering why I cannot solder this to connect it, you know why? I think you can know. I think you know. It's because you should rotate this. You cannot rotate it right now. Okay, so how about this? Okay, so what you want to do is that you see these connectors over here. You actually need to like align it with these connectors with this part. Then you could like solder like that. Alright, so I'm thinking on what gadgets, what should I make? What gadgets I should make? A soundboard. Yeah, a soundboard might be cool. Let's make a soundboard. I'm gonna keep it dead simple because like this is a live stream. I can't really focus that much. I am gonna like put 3 buttons and these 3 buttons play something. I already have like some assets that I could use because like they're just wandering around my computer. It would be like perfect. I don't have to like spend a lot of time creating this gadget. So, do you know what every gadget needs? That's right, a CPU chip. So, we're gonna put a CPU chip, but in this case, we're gonna put it the underside. We're gonna put it, well, yeah, my brain is not working today, but sure. And do you know, when you have screens, what's a component to make screens work? Yep, that's gonna be a video chip. So we're gonna put a video chip, and then I think you need like a ROM chip. I haven't dealt with memories. I think what memories are is that it make it so that when you turn off the gadget, it will remember stuff, right? You don't want the gadget to forget stuff. What if like one day you turn off your computer and then once you turn it off and turn it back on, everything's gone. The operating system, all your files. Like that would suck, right? I think that's what memories are. It's basically like it will try to save something. I think it was some kind of JSON. You can save things on a JSON file, and once you turn it back on, you can read the JSON file. I think it's the thing. Okay, so I think the ROM chip, we need that. The ROM chip is a special chip to access your files inside your gadget. No, that's not correct. The assets are inside the ROM chip. And without the ROM chip, you don't have assets. But that's kind of like weird, right? Because even if you don't have the ROM chip, you could still add images, audio. Yeah, it's just weird. So like, doesn't fit the description. So I think this is it. I think this is all you need to make a soundboard. Yeah, this is gonna be like not that easy to code. I know it might look not a lot, but like I don't think that's easy. So I'm also gonna code it like not that good. I am not gonna code it like it would have like type safety. That's gonna be a whole another topic that I can go into like a rabbit hole to. But now I can like do simple stuff like screen buttons, right? And then I believe local. You need to put local here, right? Regardless if it's a variable, table, what kind of stuff it is, we'll put local. And then you and you enter the table name, you put equal, and then you could put these not squarely, curly brackets, and then inside you can have gdt dot screen button 0, comma to separate, and I'm just gonna go Control C, nope, Shift, Control C, go here, Control V, comma, Control V, and then go here, press space, go here, press space, here, press tab, press tab, press space here, delete, and then you press space, nope, you don't press space here, you press space here, and then tab. And then these are all screen button 0, so I'm just gonna go 1 here and then 2 at the bottom. Okay, so that's our, why is this red? Oh, because like there's no such thing as 3. We need to put it at 2. Okay, so the next thing we need to configure is refer, okay, is our ROM chip. So ROM is equal to gdt.rom, and then we need the video chip to be referred as well. I always call it vid because it's like short. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. The rule of thumb is you can name whatever you want. If you want vid to be like V, you can do that. But it's always absolutely preferred to name it as clearly and shortly as possible. You don't want to name your video as videography. That would be bad, because what's the point of variables when... Okay, I'm not gonna talk about it. So gdt dot video chip for this one. Alright, so that's all of the components referred. I think what I can do is probably go to the update function and let's try vid dot clear, and then I believe you can put a color here. So color dot blue, is that right? And I think that this won't like display anything, because you know why? Have you like guys figured it out? Because I have figured it out, because this is not connected to a video chip. So make sure these are connected. What's this? Input source. Okay, boom. Look at that. Our first line of code. Not line of code. Our first line. Ah, god damn it. Okay, so our code works. Now let's make a soundboard. Yeah. So I believe these are 16 by 16. I am not really sure. So we're gonna do this, alright? We're gonna switch screens and then search for retro gadgets documentation, or doc for short. And then we're gonna find LED button, which is here. It's 16 by 16. So do you know why I wanted to know that information? Hold on, I'm just gonna switch cams. It's because like I kinda wanted to know the information to draw stuff on the screen. So if you wanna draw stuff, like if you wanna make your own art, I don't know, if you're okay, never mind. So I think we just press this button over here, and then I'm gonna call them sprites or IMGs. IMG. What am I gonna call them? Pics. Yeah, pics. Why not? Let's edit this. Oh, it's already 16 by 16, so I don't think we need to change that anytime soon. So, what should I draw? You know what? Before actually drawing something, let's see what assets I have. This is a bug. Basically, if you press on libraries and if you try to exit, you won't be able to exit. This is what's called a soft lock, I think. It's a lock that won't break your device, but software-wise, you have nothing to do but just reboot the system. So I'm just gonna do that. Alt F4 for free Robux, okay? Remember that. Yep, I just killed the game. Let's try to open the game again. Okay, so alright, we're back. So okay. Okay, so do not press this button. This is not the asset button. This is the asset button. So what is this sound? I wish that there was a way to preview sounds in this window. Let's try bro. Let's just name it bro. Right. I'm not gonna put it into a folder yet.
Bruh.
Oh my god, that's so loud. So this bro. Okay. Okay, let's try to choose another one of the sounds. A coin sound. That's cool. And then another one. Maybe piano C. Start that wave. Start that wav. I'm gonna go with piano. So now I know that I'm gonna have bra, coin, and piano. Alright, so let's draw that. Uh, I think it was a coin. Can I draw like a coin? Is it possible for me to draw a coin? Okay. Uh, does that look like a coin? Maybe. Does that look like a coin? Doesn't look like a coin. Yeah, it's good enough. Wait, why is this? Where did the brow go? Do I have to make it again? Damn, okay. Alright. And then the last thing is a piano. So maybe you can just like draw like a piano, you know? I have 100 and I think, hold on, can I see? How many subscribers do I have? I have 119. Oh, damn. Thank you very much, guys. We're rocking it with 119 subscribers. Like, wow. Does that look like a piano to you? It looks like a piano to you, right? Um, yeah, let's go. Uh, Maybe I can extend this a little bit more. Then it would look like a piano. Cool, so we have done this piano thingy. Maybe I can have it like a lighter gray here. And then boom, we have bra, coin, piano. So I want to access these. How do I make that? How do I access those in the piano? So, okay, here's like the kind of like the complicated part of this. So I think you have to do for I think no, for screen. No, I don't think so. Hold on, can I just like press a lot of keys, like jumble it? I think it's called for IV in. Is it I pairs or pairs? Hold on. If it pairs, it's not pairs. So I think it's just I pairs. Yeah, I think it's just I pairs. So I just go I pairs and then screen buttons. I think. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. And then you just go end here. And then can I just print, please? Print I. Wow, I'm getting like a error for this. Oh, expected do. So I think I'm just missing do here. Let's see. This doesn't run once. That's a bad idea to put it into a looping function. So let's try it. So we have 1, 2, 3, and V is, I think, will give us gibberish. Oh, cool. So I think this completely works. I don't have to like worry about it. We can just put it back and continue for our coding. Continue in our coding. So instead of print, we're gonna go vid dot I think it's draw custom sprite. So draw custom sprite, position, sprite sheet, sprite offset, sprite size, and tint color, background color. This is so confusing. So position. Let's go with like a simple one, right? So the position, let's go with 0, 0. So vec to 0, hold on, 0, 0, and then can I hit like another? I cannot. So sprite sheet, the sprite sheet that I'm gonna provide it is, hold on, maybe I can go like local rom is equal to, no, not rom, hold on. Oh god, I think it's just, let's just make it test. Yeah, let's name it test. And then we go rom dot user dot sprite sheets, and then we go like this, and inside is just quotation, and then let's go here, it's named pics, so just put pics here. Let's see what will happen. Oh my god. Okay, so if test is this, let's put test here. And then sprite offset, sprite size. Was sprite size there before? Was it always there? But anyways, let's make this a comment, and then I think I just have to like enter the vector of the image we want to use. Still 0, 0. Let's try it. Of course it's gonna have errors. Attempt to call a user data value. Okay, I think I know what I did wrong here. I think it's pretty much like a beginner mistake to use the parentheses instead of the square brackets. Alright, missing argument 6. So argument 6 is needed. Why? For now, let's make this black to make it like super, dark. Yeah, because like with blue, it's not really contrasting if you put something on the screen. So vec200, what's the other one? Can I just like 00 it? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sprite size. You have to put that. Okay, so 16 clear, 16 white clear. All right. So we're gonna put 16 white and then clear. Never mind. Color that clear. Will that work? Of course it won't work. Invalid argument vector expected on the fourth argument. So let's count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So U should be a vector. Simple enough. Was this actually this here before? Because I feel like you don't have to do this. Alright, 16 by 16. Yo, look at that. We have bra in our screen. That's so cool. So this is where it gets complicated. I just want to try something else. Since this got long, I'm just gonna split it in parts. Like that. And then here, maybe I can plus with screen buttons. I can probably delete the E's here to make it shorter. And then let's go with SCRN buttons. Dot. No, you don't dot this. I think you just go. Let's select. Let's go with 1 dot offset is probably the thing we are trying to find. So let's try offset. Let's see. Nothing. How about 2? The thing about Lua is I don't really like this. The tables start at 1. So if you put 1 here, it's trying to refer to the first item of the table. But I don't like that. There was I used to like try to like question why in programming a lot of the language out there they will start the index at 0. So that means if you have the first item, that would be like 0. But Lua is different. When it comes to table, I don't know why. It's 1. It's inconvenient. Yeah, I'm gonna say it to all beginners out there. I think 0 is basically superior. The number one reason why 0 is superior is that time to time, I use this operator called modulo. I can't pronounce the thing, but it's basically just a percentage sign, and this could be like used for a lot of things. One example is determining if a number is even or not. I think you just write it like this. I think it's like if you divide x modulo 2, and then if it's equal to 0, then wait, I think it's equal to 1. I don't know how it goes, but you can search it up if you want to know if it's even or odd. The function making the thing needs a modulo operator. It's kind of cool. Yeah. The thing is, modulo, it starts with 0. It does not start with 1. So it would be like breaking a bunch of things. Like it would break my brain if tables start at 1. It should start at 0. I should stop yapping and start coding. So now we know that we can be the avatar and put the bra on different screens. We don't want that, but I think you just put I here. Let's see what happens if you put I. Cool. Now I have put it in a different offset. I also want it to offset X by I, right? So I minus 1 here, which doesn't work. Why? It's just spitting bra everywhere. Okay, I minus 1 doesn't work here. Why? Okay, I'm speechless. What if I just put I here? Oh, what's that? Oh, do you have to like do this? No way. Yeah, don't tell me. Do you have to do this? I times 16. Are you serious right now? Oh, you're serious. Damn. And then you just go like wait, hold on. I think you just go I minus 1. See what I mean? Coding can be super complicated if you don't know what you're doing. I kinda know what I'm doing, so like I could do this, but when you don't know anything about coding and your task of to make this, I don't think you can do this. Yeah, you could do that in Photoshop, but like programmatically, I can't pronounce that word, but sure. I don't think you can do this. So I think I'm kind of close to making this soundboard kind of thing. But let's actually try to put pics in its own little folder. So this is the moment where we actually use folders. So what? Huh? Okay, so let's rename this a little bit, right? Let's rename this to pic. I know what, let's actually just leave that. And when we make a new folder, let's name it like document of pics. Boom. How does that sound? It sounds cool. Thank you. Now you cannot drag and drop files. That would be cool. But this is retro gadgets. It's not an operating system. It's not a modern operating system. It's a retro gadgets. So everything is retro. Cut. Go here. And then can I just like paste like that? No, you have to go inside. Okay, so control X, or just press this, go inside, paste it here. Now our gadget won't work. Of course it won't. So how do we actually do this? So we have a folder named document of pics. Maybe we can just put document of pics here. Now this is kind of getting long, so I'm just gonna space here. Actually, enter, not space. And then you slash it here. Does that work? Oh, it works. What if we slash it here? I think this will work too. No, it won't work. That's kind of weird. But anyways, that's how you deal with folders. It's basically slashes. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I think. Maybe. But yeah, so just like Windows, you can use slashes to like represent that a file is a parent of this, or this parent has this parent contains one file. I don't know. So I'm really close to making a soundboard. Let's try making a new folder and then naming this sounds. And then you can't really batch copy and paste. You have to do it one by one, which sucks. We can like press shift and click at the same time to like batch select or control and select the files you want to like move. But for now, you have no option but to do it one by one, I think. Don't quote me on that. The shortcuts doesn't work for now. Like Control X won't actually cut it, but I think that's like for future updates. So yeah, let's paste this. We have these things. We don't have to worry about them. I feel like in retro gadgets, to access folders, you just need to single click instead of like double click. I think that way it'll make for a better user experience, I think. I have no idea though. I actually realized that they actually shortened the tray for the floppy disk and added this thing. So that means the floppy disk just got like slimmer. Wow. Okay, cool. So I'm so close. Hold on. So how do you play audio again? So I believe to know when you play the audio is check if it's press. Wow, I sound like wow. So how do we check for it? Like, should we put the code inside this looping function or outside it? Maybe inside, right? So we're drawing the sprite, and then for the other code, where we need to check if the buttons is pressed or not. So maybe what we can do is if I think you don't need like parentheses for this. It's different from JavaScript. I like Lua. I like where in Lua you don't have to put parentheses to make a statement expression. I don't know how it's called, what it's called, but basically I think we just need go. I think we just need to go like so. V in this case is the SCRN button, and make sure to not make this plural, right? It's not the same as the table, so make sure to like name this not plural. All right, remember that. Okay, so if SCRN dot button is gonna be equal, is it equal or just put dot button down, button state. Okay, I think it's just button down. Let's try that. If it's button down, then end. And let's play the audio. So the audio is gonna be, oh, we need an audio chip. I didn't put an audio chip. I forgot. Okay, so from here, let's try to refer to an audio chip. The audio chip, I don't need. For audio chip, I think I mostly put SND here. You can call it whatever you want. Maybe you want it to be audio or odd or yeah. For myself, I call it SND. So I'm just gonna make it SND. Alright. So if screen button dot button down, then I think we're not done yet. I think we need to refer to these sounds first before we can like proceed. So here, let's try this. SND dot play. Okay, so you can play audio chip. The first argument is audio chip or parameter. I think it's called argument. Let's skip that. So we just need the audio sample and number. I think this is the channel number. We can use 1. We don't care. So play, and then the audio sample is gonna be ROM. Okay, hold on. Local audio SND test equal ROM dot user dot audio samples, and then this time put square brackets. And then inside you can go sounds, because at the root there's like the sound folder, and then go with piano, or for now bra. And then let's play it. Let's try to play it. SND test. And then let's play it at channel 1.
Bruh.
Oh my god, that scared me. Oh my god. Yo, the sound is very loud. I don't want to get scared again, so I'm just gonna lower my volume and let's pray. Whew, okay. So this works. Let's just make this, finalize it. And what? I think it's just coin. So let's try it. And then the other one is piano. And then instead of this thing, let's go with sounds dot piano. Whoa, look at that. Alright, now we know this plays and the table is working. The folders are working. Thank you, developers. It's a bliss. I actually thought the folders are gonna be like much more complicated, but it wasn't as complicated as I imagined. Maybe if you could like, maybe it would be complicated for those like unique cases, right? But anyways, let's try to code something here. Maybe I can control V. Never mind. Copy this, control V here. Let's try. Would you look at that? Have you ever like coded in Scratch and you tried to make a button that plays a sound? You know that you're gonna fail so badly. But in retro gadgets, you won't really fail badly. Yeah. That's cool. Every button now plays the piano. Now, if you want that, sure. But we don't want that, so you need to like think for a problem that you're trying to solve. I want each button to specifically play a certain sound. I don't want everything to be a piano. So we need to think. How can I do this? Wow, this is taking me a while. How do I do this? See how this sounds here. Maybe if we just put like a lot of if statements. If screen button button down. Oh, I can put like another if statement inside. So if I equals 1, then end. This is probably the worst. This is probably the worst solutions I could come out of. But I think it will work. Yeah, it works. Would you look at that? But in our case, we don't. This is bra. I know the bra is scary, so I'm gonna prepare for this time.
Bruh.
Okay, that didn't scare me. I can make this smarter, but I cannot. I think it's fine if you cannot make it smarter. Just make it, just code it like this. Why not? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Instead of bra bra bra, the middle is coin, and here is piano. Let's change the the channel to, and then boom, we are actually done at our gadget, I think.
Bruh.
Bruh. Very loud coin, and then piano C. Alright, that's it for the folders. I actually thought folders could be like revolutionary, but it wasn't. It was just like dealing with Windows again. Yeah, folder management. It's basically Windows now. Huh. It's kind of crazy that no one has watched this live stream yet. Like, it's weird. Like, I have like current. Okay, hold on. I have 0 current viewers. I have chat rate of 0. I actually thought that somebody would be able to comment stuff. Oh, I have 1 views now. Oh. The views was 0 before, but like it just changed to 1. But anyways, this is the end of the video, guys. If you like the video, like and subscribe. We're rocking it at 119 subscribers, and apparently this video has no one watching yet. No one is watching this stream yet. No one has even chatted yet. I actually thought that I was like preparing for a lovely talk to my fans, but apparently no. Apparently, like most of my fans are in Asia, not in America or like Canada. I don't know if I should be sad about it, but like, you know what? Anyways, goodbye.